Okay, YouTube, part 2. Don't forget, part 1, please like, share, and subscribe. Alright, part 2. This part of the video is going to be about Miss Allie Knight. Now, I like Allie Knight. She's got a ton of followers. And I've been watching her for a while. I've asked her a few questions. She's replied maybe twice. Maybe once. And I asked her serious questions about the job, which is supposedly what all these YouTubers are doing, is trying to act like they're the best truck drivers in the world. They know everything, and they can teach you how to do it. So, turns out to be my problem with Allie Knight. Allie, you make some good videos, but the problem is getting to be, and I hope you take this constructively, because I'm not mad. I'm not, don't mean any disrespect, but have you seen Batman 1, 2, 3? You get my point? All your videos are exactly the same. It's got you going through some town, down some highway, talking about some way station, speeding it up, slowing it down, showing your cat, finding a place to park, taking a shower. And what I mean by that is, you can only do so many of those before you need to change your format. Now that's the world according to Jack, which I know don't mean anything to anybody. But I've watched a lot of your videos, and I'm not a critic. I'm really not. You were one of the first people that I started watching because I thought you were amazing, and you are. For being the female driving across the country like you do. I'm not knocking anything. I'm just saying, and I think you probably alluded to it the other day, and you may already know this. You need to change your format a little bit. It's just getting routine. And now that's just for me. Now for the rest of you followers, hey, maybe it's not. Maybe they like seeing the same format every day. Maybe they like. I just don't. And I'm not trying to be rude. I think you're a great person. You're obviously a terrific truck driver. You seem like a very nice, well articulate person. So please, if this gets back to you, which I hope it does, somebody pass it to her and let her respond to me. Because maybe some of her other followers are feeling the same thing. Just, change it up. Do something different. The music, the speeding up, the slow motion. Again, there's only so much you can do. I like to watch YouTube. A little bit of stuff about trucking, a little bit about seeing where people's going. But I really like to try to figure out, to get to know the person that's making the YouTube videos. What drives them to make the YouTube videos? For you, I'm sure you're making a decent check off of YouTube for your subscribers. So I'm sure you're motivated into doing the same thing to get the same check. And I don't know how much it is, because I don't have many viewers at all. I'm 54, which I hope I get more, because I'm just being honest. I'm not being rude to anybody, nor would I. That's not who I am. I just know when I'm looking at YouTube and I see your channel that I watch, and I scroll by, and I got a habit of scrolling by, that means that I've lost interest in your format, and I'll go try to find somebody else's format. And I don't want to lose interest in your format. Again, I think you're a great person. You seem to be. well-rounded, educated. I don't know what other words I can use, but I have a lot of respect for you. Let me just put it that way. Some other YouTube videos of people telling you shouldn't do this while you're driving the truck. You shouldn't be on camera looking at the screen doing a YouTube video while you're driving the truck. Does that mean because they say you take your eyes off of it and you look at the camera like that? Well, I look at my mirrors like that all the time. And I've seen a video where this one person said don't do it, and I watched the video 2 weeks later of them doing it. So anyway, like I said, there's a lot of these young guys out there now, these trucking YouTubers, they're just doing a great job of putting out some videos. You really get to know the person. You get involved in their life, and to a degree, I mean, I don't want to get involved in somebody's life where I know everything about them. I just like to watch and kind of see what kind of day they're having, see if they make you laugh. Brighten your day, give you something else to think about, because you know as well as I do, driving 400, 500, 600 miles a day looking at a road, it doesn't take much for a mailbox to fly off the side of the road to give you a little bit of entertainment. And what I mean by that is whenever I take my time, which is precious to me, and just like it should be to you, to watch somebody's channel, first of all, I give you the respect to watch it. Sometimes I comment, and if I do, it's always positive. And I subscribe to your channel. Some YouTubers out here think they're too good to subscribe to your channel, like it's going to hurt their rep if they have you on their channel, so they won't subscribe. And everybody knows what sharing and subscribing on YouTube is for. It's to get your message out to other people, so somebody else in this country who watches YouTube or in another country might share the same likes and dislikes you have, and they may be interested in what you do. The same as I wasn't interested in what other people did. Some of these guys making YouTubes are getting very, very old because they keep repeating the same things, or they're getting ridiculous about what they're doing. For me, I just try to talk like myself. I try to be myself, tell you about the day, the ups, the downs. Hell, it's almost like a personal counseling session, because you know as well as I do, when you look to the right, there ain't nobody in that seat. There ain't nobody to talk to. So this in some form kind of makes you feel like you're talking to somebody. But on top of that, let's look at some of these truck driving videos that are putting down other drivers all the time, or making fun of other people. What is that for? Is that for entertainment purposes, or is that how you get subscribers? Is you just be stupid, cruel, mean? Or is that just the type of person you are? Does that what comes out in your videos, is that who you really are? Are you really a cruel, ugly, mean person? And if you are, well, run off the road, because the world don't need you. We need people out here who's compassionate and cares about one another. Whether y'all think that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I guarantee you, each one of you thought it was a good thing when you were growing up, and your family cared about you because it made you who you are today. And if you got any followers, especially a lot of followers, you can lead a lot of people and change the way they view things in a positive manner if they're living in a negative light. Just by being you. You know, that's one thing I like about some of the guys that I watch all the time. They're themselves, whether it's a good day or a bad day. They don't carve out things just because they think it might offend one certain group, religion, whatever. That's the type of people that are interesting. You can go down and look, and I've been investigating this, and I've been looking. All these big time YouTubers that were out there just blasting videos every day. I don't think you're as popular as you used to be. At least not to me. Because you changed and became part of society's what is a good word? Part of society's test. And I think really YouTube is probably viewed by a lot of people and may determine what type of personality you have. It may determine, you know, if you want that job, they may go back and say, hey, so-and-so made some YouTube videos. Well, if they see somebody on a YouTube video that acts like an idiot, just acts like they have no education, no parental training at home, the ability to not be a leader, but to be somebody who follows society's rule, which today is just God awful. There is no rule. It is, this country is very, very close to utter chaos. I don't know if you're aware of that or not. I don't know if you got blinders on all day long and you're young and you think, oh, it's not going to happen here. Well, look at Europe. Take a few minutes of your life and look at some news and get your nose out of YouTube and quit playing all these damn games on computers and look around you and see what's going on in your country. Because I promise you, if you don't tell somebody and you're not helping somebody change it, your kids are going to suffer. And you're going to suffer when you get old. I mean, you're just living for today, right? What happens if you, good Lord lets you live and say you live to 70, and that whole time you get to see people gang raping your kids, killing your family. Hell, nowadays, they just cut your family's head off and make you watch. You know, there's nothing but drugs, drug dealers, murderers, rapists, molesters. In your whole life, can you sit back and can you honestly remember in your whole life it being this bad? And they predicted it's not even gotten to its worst. It's not even gotten to near the top of what's fixing to happen in this country. But I guarantee you one thing. Any of that type of business happens to somebody in my family or me, I am not afraid to be put in a box. Understand that. So and the people who knows me knows that. If you mess with my family, I don't have a problem putting you in a box either. Now, I'm not a random psycho who just, you know, I go whack somebody. And I'm just saying, you mess with my family, which is the only reason in this world I've got to stay in this world, just because of my family. You do something cruel to my family or me, you're not going to have to wait for a judge. You're not going to have somebody sitting me in a room saying, well, just let the system work. The justice system works. Well, that's bullshit. I got some justice for you. It's not going to be quick and it ain't going to be easy. It's going to be justice, I can assure you. So, what I'm trying to say is, if everybody cares enough about their family to where they would die for them if something were to go wrong, and then they radiated that emotion towards everybody around them worldwide, this stuff would stop or come very close to stopping. Because I don't know about you, if somebody says you go in there, you walk through that room and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you or try to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 people with knives and each one of them's going to take a cut at you, and you walk in there and there's 70 Are you gonna say, oh, okay, I'll just go in there and see how it turns out? Or are you gonna say, nah, not me, brother. I got better sense. And that's my point. We all should have better sense to let what's going on in this society go on. It's not okay for these kids to try to take over schools, towns, cities. It's not theirs. It belongs to everyone. And everyone should make sure that it is maintained, clean, and set an example for the children, because you are teaching your children to be the future of this country. Good, bad, or indifferent. So when you look down, if your children act like animals and have no respect for their elders, then you have contributed to the demise of this society. And pat yourself on the back. You ought to be proud. If you can watch TV and see your child out there, where that child be 7, 5, 17, 25, it doesn't matter. And you can watch them on TV disrespecting the government, another human being, beating up somebody, selling dope, whatever it may be. If you can actually look at your child and think that's okay, you need to jump off the bridge. We don't need you here. Somebody should have threw you off the bridge, because that makes no sense, and you know it doesn't make any sense. Everybody our age, middle-aged and up, and maybe a little younger than middle-aged, we were not raised in this type of environment. And everybody uses the same excuse. Well, I was brought up poor. I was brought up poor too. But that didn't, my dad and mother they didn't mind 1 minute beating my ass, telling me I wasn't obeying the rules. Didn't care. They didn't mind 1 second telling me to go to bed. Sorry, you won't eat tonight. Maybe you'll learn tomorrow. But now, everybody's got to pat your child on the back. Oh, don't do that again. Oh, if you do this again, I'm going to do this. Blah, blah, blah. Well, the kids know that they have called your bluff, and there's nothing you're going to do. Well, I'm here to tell you, my oldest child knows today. Well, all my children know today. I will not hesitate to go over to their house and beat that ass if it needs to be done. Not with a belt, not with my boy. If my boy does something because and says, hey, Dad, I'm in trouble, I need you to come get me out, first of all, that ain't going to happen. He knows it. If the judge says you got 25 years, well, see you in 25. But when he gets out, he's going to have to deal with me. And he knows it. I may have to do 25 after that. But the point is, I'm not a bully. It's just that I make rules, guys, and we need to make rules in society to clean this country up. You can't keep accepting status quo and thinking that it's okay. It's just not okay. It's not okay for you to be able to have to work your whole life and see your kids laying their lazy ass in your house. When they turn 16, they either go to school, the military, or they get out. Period. Bottom line. No ifs, ands, no, they got a baby. Baby mama did this. Sorry. You got to go. That's what I did to my children. That's what was done to me. When I got old enough to get out of school, my dad gave me those options. Get a job, get your own place, get out, go to the military. Well, I opted for the uniform because I had nowhere else to go. And that changed my life. But guys, this is the end of this rant. I think a lot of stuff that y'all will just, if you'll just think about it, if you'll listen, if you'll pass it on, if you'll share this message, maybe this message will help somebody. Hey, and don't hesitate to leave some comments. If you don't like what I said, if you disagree with how I said it, let me know. You know? Let me know what you think. But I guarantee you, I didn't say anything that's morally wrong. And if you think I did, then you're part of the problem. So, again, y'all have a great weekend. See you next week.